Anyway, I'm back. I didn't really go anywhere. I went riding yesterday and today. It was colder the day before. It was cold yesterday. Today wasn't bad. All right, I know you don't give I was going to title this video, man. I really was going to title this video, These Two Twinks Are Right. But it's going to trigger people, especially the world we're living in now, to fucking, and God forbid, if it just so happens that either one of these guys are a little bit left of center, if you know what I mean, then it's going to make me a terrible person. Can't call it that. So, I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I mean it tongue-in-cheek. I don't know either one of these dudes. I don't know the main guy whose channel it is. He's got 450,000 subscribers. I don't know who he is. I just saw a video that he posted today. 18 hours ago today, yes, last night, yesterday, whatever the fuck. But the video is about, you can see what a lazy fucking YouTuber I am, right? But I'm not even prepared. I don't really do any, I knows what I know. Anyhow, the video is about a study. The guy whose channel it is, his name is Paul Revelia or Revere, or I'm probably got that all bad. I'll put it in here so you can see. He's a proponent pretty much of what I say and what I've always said. That everybody, of course, fucking disagrees with, right? Because they don't know. And what they don't know, they don't know. And because they have a way that works, they think that's fucking shit. But there are better ways, right? Like I'm always talking about, a calorie is not a fucking calorie, right? So if you can make that fucking crossover and agree to that, which that's not far to go. If you still think a calorie is a calorie, man, you ain't even playing checkers yet, let alone chess. You ain't even playing checkers. It's better, rather than just starve it off, starvation diet, castaway, diet on a deserted island, is going to lose weight and lose body fat, but lose muscle as well, right? A lot, an unnecessary amount of muscle. So you're better off, I've always said, and I have a thermogenic approach to dieting, because you're better off, you're still creating a deficit, but you're not doing it by reducing calories in at all. You're not reducing calories in. You're just changing the sources of your foods for a more fibrous, approach. Basically, that's the basic whole thing in a nutshell. And when I take off fat, I don't reduce calories. I change what I'm eating. I change the source of the foods, and I roll in cardio. And that's how I do it. Well, this guy is a proponent of much of the same thing. I didn't look at enough of his stuff to see if he's down with the thermogenic shit, all that, but he probably is. He probably is. If he realizes and understands that you don't reduce calories, that you're better off to drop the body fat through cardio. There are people that will argue that. You know that? But like I said, it's not because they're so fucking stupid. It's because they're ignorant. And because they're set in doing things a certain way. An old way, an outdated way, especially in bodybuilding, Christ. And so they're still just cutting calories in, because that's what they know. It's worked for them. But they would be a hell of a lot bigger in the end result if they did it a different way. You know what I mean? They wouldn't sacrifice so much muscle, because it's inevitable you're going to. So the study that this gentleman's referring to, now that I called him a twink, yeah, he probably hates me already if he ever sees this. The study he's referring to, that he's referencing, took two different groups. One group reduced calories in to try to achieve a fat reduction, body fat loss. The other group did not reduce calories. They just added in cardio. Okay, now then again, now you're getting into, how do you do the cardio? How do you add it in? It's a gradual thing. Yes, just enough is enough initially, and blah, blah, blah. But, because you can fuck the whole thing up by throwing too much in there, right? Initially, jumping both feet into the cardio right off the top. Then you're going to reach a plateau, you're going to be fucked. Then you're going to be, and the only way to avoid that, you'll end up at the end of the diet. In other words, you'll end up doing cardio 24/7, which is ridiculous and unnecessary. Anyway, so the group that lost body fat through doing cardio they lost more body fat and they retained more lean muscle. The group that did it through caloric reduction lost a little bit less body fat, but they also lost muscle. So, group that did it through cardio and did not reduce calories at all, lost more body fat, and the big thing is that they lost less muscle, retained more muscle. I'll put some shit up in here. I'm not going to listen. I already know this shit, unlike a lot of these dudes. I'm not going to go and dig up all the papers, the research, and do all of that for you. I already know it, so why would I do that? Why? I don't have time fucking for that. But what I will do is, I will put some shots of it, screenshots and shit in here. And if you give a rat's ass, you can either take my word for it and try it for yourself. That's ultimately, the proof is in the pudding. Ultimately, a lot of shit looks good on paper, but you got to figure it out and try it in the real world. Fucking on paper, a bumblebee can't fly. It's against the laws of physics. But have you seen a bumblebee fly ever? Do they just walk around? No, they fucking fly. You know, so it doesn't matter what it says on paper or what studies say or who tells you what. If you can't apply it and achieve positive effects and results in the real world on your own, then it doesn't amount to a fucking pile of shit. So that's what I'm saying. So you don't need, either take my word for it. I'm telling you, it's how I do things. It's how I've always done things. When I first started competing, and I used to do the conventional diet shit that everybody was doing at the time, the fucking ignoramus way, the starvation diet. They cut calories in, through the intake of food, cut those calories. I lost too much size. The very next show I did was within a year, and I literally came in on stage 25, 27 pounds heavier, because I didn't lose, that's how much fucking muscle I was losing. Anyway, whatever. So, and I apologize to anybody that I've offended, for God's sake, in this video by referring to anybody as fucking any kind of whatever. I just thought it was amusing, and I think I'm funny. You don't have to think so. I crack myself up, and that's the only person I really need to crack up, is me. I amuse myself. I walk around fucking laughing my balls off. I fucking crack myself up all the time. I think I'm extremely funny. I think I'm hilarious. Not a lot of people think I am, but am I going to let that stop me, rain on my parade, ruin my own good time? No. So that's it. That's all this video is about. If you're one of these guys who wants to get on a forum and just, present some knowledge like you know everything and you're not really going to apply it, you're not really going to do jack, then go look it up yourself and get all the sites and all that shit so you can look like, that you know something when you get on these forums or whatever the fuck. But if you want to do something with your life and with your body, if that's what you're an active participant and not a spectator, on the sidelines of life, sitting in the bleachers, in the cheap seats, right? Judging everybody else and poo-pooing everybody else's fucking efforts. But if you're out there on the field playing the game, then, this may be something you want to try for yourself and impress yourself with how well it works. And then come back and thank me later. And this little twink guy too. All right, you guys take care. Have an awesome evening.